Hashtag long live Xenoverse 2. Now, when I initially saw, the video, shout out to DB Zenkai. I really just said DP. But but when I initially saw the video, I was like, it's not a bad idea, because maybe after a couple of months, since Xenoverse 2 is definitely about to die, coming early 2018, considering the fact that Fighters is going to be coming out, it would be more reasonable for us to try to latch on, come together as a community, and see if we can, get the devs to listen to us, and hopefully maybe fix some issues in the game, so that for the rest of the time until the open beta, and then when the full game for Fighters comes out, then it'll actually be it'd actually be a nice, fun, and lasting experience up until that point. You know what I mean? Because it's at times there are times when you don't want to play Xenoverse, but at the same time, it's Dragon Ball, and with majority of the people that are in the community, you've most likely grown up with it. I knew I grew up with it, along with a lot of other anime shows. This and Naruto were my gateway into anime and whatnot. But besides the point, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Now, the things that I wanted to discuss, right? I have only 3 problems with this game. Now, I would say I would have 4. And that 4th problem would probably be them fixing the netcode. However, for me taking my computer systems class, which has literally nothing to do with coding, but just for me grasping how coding on computers work, it would mean that if we wanted to have the servers fixed, as much as we've pleaded, as much as we have told and said time and time again how much you wanted the servers to be, believe me, I'm with you on this. I would love to see the netcode in this game get fixed. However, in order for them to do this, I will believe it would probably have to take the whole, it would take weeks, possibly even months, for them to fix some of the NAT type issues, the net coding and whatnot for online, because it's a process that takes a while, because it's not a thing where somebody with a bad connection is on the servers, and it's if you fight that person, it's lag city. It would be somebody that has god tier internet, and you have god tier internet yourself, but sometimes the netcode is so bad it'll even still lag. That I would love to see get fixed, but it's at the same time really don't know if they could do that, because to be completely honest, at this point in time, it'd be kind of pointless for them to try to fix the servers now, because the game has been out for a year and some change now, and Fighters is just along the corner, just around the corner, so it's not gonna make too much sense for them to do it. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think that they would go for it anyways. I'm pretty sure that Bandai and Arc System Works would be focused more heavily on Fighters once they drop DLC 5 and DLC 6. Now, one problem I have with this game, and it possibly has to be one of my biggest problems, is snap vanishing. Now, snap vanishing, since it was found out that it could be done in the game, has been probably one of the most annoying things to fight against online. From noobs doing it to try to juke you out, to people who are losing in a match just start snap vanishing away and not fighting you, to people who are cheesing you and then snap vanishing just to let the timer run out. It has to be one of, if not the most annoying thing I think I have experienced year-round on this game. Now, if they're going to fix this, I've seen a lot of people say this, especially DB Zenkai himself. He even said it. He said that what they should do is that they should make it so that snap vanishing should take away a person's stamina, you know, because it's kind of like it's free mobility without like any type of cost. Like there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no like, fuck, I know it too. There's no like real cost to doing it. It's something you can do for free, and it's like really easy and abusable to do. I feel like if you're going to do anything in the game, it should have a cost to it. If you miss an ultimate, you end up losing like 3 to 6 bars a key, or no, not 6, it's 3 to 5, I'm pretty sure. It's 3 to 5 bars a key if you miss an ultimate. With some supers, you lose 1 to 2 bars. If you just start wasting your stamina, you end up wasting 2 bars of stamina. And depending on your build and how much you have, that could be, you know, very, very hurtful to you in a match, unless you're a female Majin, because, you know, them bitches get that shit quick back. Fuck you talking about. But that's besides the point. You know, like, there's no real like kind of cost, there's no real balance to it. Like, if they're going to do something, I feel like that would be a very good thing to get rid of in the game, because then that way it makes it so that if people want to get away and they want to, like, you know, start to try to run, then they're pretty much done for. Now, I would say it shouldn't be as severe as like if you're as you're Z vanishing, like if you're just doing like a normal X to just you know, snap out of somebody's combos. I should say maybe it would like gradually take down. Like I feel if you do it 4 times in a row, like 4 inputs would equal 1 stamina bar, if you get what I'm saying. Like if you, so then that way it's not something like if you like it gets to the double digits before your stamina starts going down, you feel me? I feel like that would be a good thing, a good way to balance it out in a sense. That's how I would do it. But you know, that's just me. The next thing I have a problem with is invincibility frames, and I have a problem with that in any game, regardless, whether it's a fighting game, a shooting game, like any game that like has invincibility frames to it. It's like when they kick in, it's annoying as hell to fight against, because it's more predominantly in fighting games and shooter games, like glitches, like invincibility glitches, but you don't really see too many of those anymore. But there are some invincibility frames to give you some, for example, you know, well, to give you one, there's, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's charge back hit. Not only does he decide that he wants to just kind of like dislocate his whole shoulder to elbow you, that has an insane amount of invincibility frames. And I frankly, like any charge back hit, to be completely honest, I feel like those should be, I feel like if you hit the person before they get the punch off, then it should negate the punch entirely. It shouldn't be like you go to punch them, but like they're still charging it, and then the next second they hit you with it. I feel like it should just be more of like, if they don't get the punch off before you punch them, then the punch gets negated and then they get put back into the normal state that they're in. I feel like it should be like that, you know. But like the only times that invincibility frames I could see are actually like kind of acceptable is like if there's like a super or an ultimate in the game that actually makes you like disappear. For instance, like Punisher Drive, that obviously makes sense because your body isn't tangible. Angry Hit because you teleport. I would say maybe Victory Rush because you teleport with that also, but you don't really get invincibility frames if you hit Victory Rush. You just gotta block the person. You just gotta block in order to stop it. You know, just moves like that just you know, they make sense to have invincibility frames, but that's kind of really it, because not anything else really should have invincibility frames. You know, other moves, stuff like Aura Slide, stuff like what's that one rush move? What is it? Android Rush and Rocket Tackle, Android 16's moves. I feel like if you could shoot a Ki Blast, or if you hit the person maybe fast enough before the beams hit you for Android Rush, I feel like you should be able to negate it. Rocket Tackle, that's kind of iffy, to be honest. That one's kind of up there. But you know, like invincibility frames, the only time they should really work in effect is if like the move makes you intangible or something. You feel me? Like something like Punisher Drive should make you intangible, but something like Aura Slide, like you're not intangible, you're just swiping with like key focused in your hand. It's not really something, you know, that's you can't hit. You can obviously hit it, but because of the invincibility frames with it, then you can't really do that much. Now the next thing that I have are moves that should cost Ki. The two moves I am predominantly, without a second guess, am I talking about are, they should make it so that power-ups, all power-up moves, instant transmission, fake death, and backflip, they should make it so that those cost Ki. Okay? If there are moves in this game that provide any type of boost, that provide any type of escape or dodge or any type of invincibility frame or anything, they need to cost Ki. Fake death before the last patch was one of the most annoying moves, because literally all it would be people would just go down in that little green circle and just fucking kick flip up and then just hit you right in the face. And then if you didn't block it, it didn't matter. And if you tried to dodge out of the way, they would be able to track you with the flip. Like say like they did it right in front of you and you move to the left. Well, midway through the flip, they go from like facing forward to themselves to then just automatically turning just a straight 90 degrees and then being able to kick you straight in the face. That needs to go. And backflip, that should cost Ki. When I tell you, I fought one of the most cancerous Goku players I think I've ever fought on this game. I'm not saying all Goku players are cancer. This one in particular was pretty cancer. When I tell you I fought the most annoying Goku player, I mean, he did not use a lick of stamina unless he was charging at me or using his evasive, and he was using backflip. Now you could say, yeah, that's just being smart with your stamina, with your stamina management. Yes, I can understand that, but it goes back to, you know, what I was saying earlier with the snap banishing. There's no real cost to you doing it, you know, and I see no reason why they can't do it, because if I remember correctly, the one Beerus move that would break your stamina was a God of Destruction's Anger, where he fired that long range ki blast, and when it hit you, it broke your stamina. They upped that from 1 bar to 2 bars. Thank you. As I was saying, they had upped that from 1 bar to 2 bars of ki. So they can obviously add in, or like make it so that moves can use ki and can use more ki if they need be. And I feel, just in my own opinion, I feel like those moves should be, you know, if they should need to cost ki. Like, to do the full backflip, I feel like that should cost probably like 2 or 3 bars. Cause isn't it like, it's like three so inputs. So that should kind of cost maybe around 3 bars of ki. Because, you know, there are some moves like Fruit of the Tree of Might that boost your attack for like it's a short amount of time when it boosts your attack. And it doesn't even boost your attack like that high anyways, you know? So it doesn't really make, you know, too much sense to have something in the game that's like completely useless to online cost like 2, but then there are moves like backflip and fake death that don't cost any, that can be abused. Like, I know fake death can't be like abused as much as it used to be, but it was still, it can still be abused, and so can backflip still. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes, you know. Now, the final thing I have a problem with, this is my own opinion, you know, and you can take it however you want. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But this is where I see of it. Unvanishables. Something like the square, triangle, charge hit, stamina break unvanishable that male humans can do. I don't think anything in this game should be unvanishable. The only thing that should be unvanishable are grabs. And that's because you can't vanish out of a grab, because they put you in an animation. That's the reason why, like, you can't vanish out of moves like Savage Strike or Super God Fist, because when the moves connect, the move technically counts as a grab, you know? So you can't really, like, vanish out of them. But I feel like there should not be anything that's unvanishable in the game, because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of, like, you know, having a stamina bar and being able to vanish. What's the point of having that stamina bar if, like, you can't even vanish out of everything? Like, you should be able to vanish out of everything. That's the reason why, you know, the stamina bar is there, for you to vanish out of combos, out of supers, ultimates, you know, out of anything, so that you don't lose a lot of health. You feel me? That's how I see it on the topic. But that's just, you know, that's just me. That last one, you can take it how you will. You can take it with a grain of salt. You could agree. I don't care. I can really care less, because that's just my own opinion on that one. But the first 3, I felt like if those problems were taken into consideration, and if enough people talked about them, then we could really get, you know, the devs to kind of see, especially if we get people like Rhymestyle and them to possibly possibly persuade them, because I know it's not like Rhymes on them can go to them and tell them like what they want fixed, and then oh, they automatically fix it. But I'm saying like it would be a big help if they could also do it too, So yeah, but anyways, guys, it's been your boy Zen. I'll catch you later. I don't know when I'm gonna upload next, because homeboy don't got no upload schedule. But yeah, if you haven't seen my last video, a link will be in the description and at the end of the video. Fuck you mean, shameless plug. And I'll catch you guys later. Deuce.